What up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Bird's Eye View Show, where we hold a candle to the biggest names and faces in media so we can make sure that we're holding them accountable to the things that they say, the people they platform, and the ideas they platform. So, give context, PBD Podcast let Eric Bolling come on the show and speak about Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and TPUSA and all of these things, and he was just not very truthful at all. And it's so easy to know that he's not truthful with the things that he said, so it makes me wonder why their team didn't actually like fact check and correct or do anything to kind of sway the idea or the basically propaganda that's coming out of what what people are saying on Candace Owens. And I won't lie, it's weird. It's very weird because she's the only one that's diving into any other theories on what happened with Kirk outside of what the FBI is saying. And we know the FBI be lying. They've been lying. The FBI been saying that they've been lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no secret. It's not a secret. So to ask questions is a seems reasonable, but like it seems that the media is kind of like demonizing her for it. But I won't do that. I like to fact check things. So when he first started saying that they weren't cool, that was already a bit of a red flag to me, a super big red flag to me, because like only weeks ago were people making TikToks about how he was, they were, y'all saw what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Like there were jokes and things, and that wouldn't have come from them not being friends for years. That's very odd. And then we have a clip, the soundbite from the podcast. I'll play it in a second, where he's basically insinuating that they have no current they had no current relationship at all.
Theories got just a little bit too down the rabbit holes. It was too extreme for their taste. And Charlie, to his credit, kept a cordial friendship with her for years, but it hasn't been a communication pipeline back and forth between the two for many years. That's why I don't know why we give Candace Owens' assessment any weight at all.
Because
so you try to throw out her assessment due to a fallacy. So you feel me? They're trying to paint this picture that you should throw out everything she's saying due to the fallacy that they're not even friends, right? But that in itself is a logical fallacy, because how can they not even be cool? How can they not have a pipeline for years when this right here can so easily be searched? It can so easily be found on Google. Because the last time that they were on tour together, they're so tight that they be going on tour together. It's not the first. It was not the first tour that they did. But this was in spring of 2024. So you said years. That implies that they wouldn't have had a good, a tight, networking, working relationship, personal relationship, least bare minimum 2023. But you have them here going on tour together in 2024, and then another if you guys can go watch Candace Owens' video on all this. She's done a few videos in the past week. Actually, it's been the most Candace content we've gotten in a while. And of course, it's not of the greatest circumstances. Honestly, it's not ever really good circumstances when we get Candace content, but she's the one that likes to ask the questions and go extra deep, and she has the team with the resources to go deeper than most people try to go. So I like to see what she has to say. And she put this up here in the context of talking about some ideas and things going on in TPUSA that with Kirk and people around him and stuff like that. She put this here screenshot of when he sent her a tweet, and then great tweet, and they go on whatever, but you can see at the bottom of the screen that on May 29th, essentially a week later after this conversation, they're still talking about something else. So to say that they're not in constant communication is crazy, because I mean, that's pretty. You don't send tweets to people that aren't your friends. You know, that's not. You send tweets to your besties. You know, you send tweets to your homies. You know what I'm saying? So to paint a picture that they weren't friends is just high and dry, super duper wrong. So I want to say PBD has platformed a few liars in the past before, and it's grinded my gears a few times. And being from coming from an MLM, PBD came from an MLM. Like, he didn't come from a super extra righteous place. You feel me? It's an MLM. You know? It's like sell. You know. So I guess it's a lot easier for him to kind of like ignore little things like that, or not dig deeper for little things like that. But I want to just say it here now on my platform that is detrimental. And if you watch PBD, like, if you like PBD, say it in the comments. Go in his comments, be like, hey yo, like, hey, this is terrible, because he's one of the biggest, biggest platforms in this finance, politics kind of space. So it's like, to be platforming lies is not only a detriment to your whole community, but it's a detriment to your own platform. You're making yourself less trustworthy. Like, until you come out and put out a statement like, hey, I know that wasn't true, whoop, something, then like, we're not going to be able to trust your platform, because like, we don't know what kind of people you're going to bring on. This guy says he's on the board of directors at TPUSA. I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT said he couldn't find any reliable information that Eric Bolling is currently on the official board at Turning Point USA. All right, so he might be on the advisory board or some type of honorary role, but why not say that when you come onto somewhere and you say, hey, I'm on the board? Like, I mean, come on, big dogs know, like, you're insinuating that you're on the board of directors, like you're on the official board. Like, you say, I'm on the board. You're trying to give yourself credibility when you're really an honorary guy. You know what I'm saying? You're really not even, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're so much not that guy that you're so out of touch that you don't even know that they were still in constant communication. You're sitting here spewing lies that I think he believes. I won't say he didn't even strike me. Like, look, this guy, he didn't even strike me as a liar. He didn't even strike me as a liar. He struck me as ill-informed. You feel what I'm saying? And I could be wrong. He could just be blatantly lying. But he seems to be, like, ill-informed. But regardless of if it's ill-informed or lying, it's on PBD to like, challenge that. Like, wait. Like, are you sure that they're not in constant communication? I thought they were on tour last year. That, like, soon as he said that, when I first saw this video yesterday, it stuck out to me. I was like, or no, day before yesterday. I was like, what do you mean they're not? What do you mean? What do we say here? Like, it's like when everything happened, that was the first platform that I was looking to drop some content. I'm not gonna. I was like, dang, I can't wait to see what Candace about to drop, because, like, with everything going on, so much back and forth and left and right, this, that, and the third, it's like, Candace didn't come with that angle. She didn't come with that left and right angle. She came with that, hold on, let's look at all these, like, these outside factors that affected the situation that may have caused it, right? Like, an investigator, you know what I'm saying? And it, like, it seems that not only on PBD podcast, but in other places, they're kind of attacking her for that, which is, makes you wonder what they got going on, because, like, you're I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions, insinuations, or anything like that. I just know it's all very, very, very weird. And Candace Owens was cool with Charlie Kirk. That's very evident in, like, you can see it on their medias. You can see it in their work. Like, to insinuate that they weren't cool for a long time is crazy. And Candace Owens' theories aren't radical. They're sensible theories based off of credible evidence. And to call it anything else, is nonsensical. It's just nonsensical. I mean, it's like she doesn't just say things. She you got links, verifiable sources. You feel me? Like it's like now, of course, she ain't gonna give every single source she got, but you're not supposed to do that. Some sources are supposed to say anonymous. But for the most part, like all of her investigation is pretty transparent. So it's like talking about these fringe radical theories that she has. They're not radical. They're not radical. They make complete sense. I haven't seen Candace Owens say very much of anything that didn't make great sense. And it's not just because she said it well. I didn't used to like Candace Owens, man. I ain't gonna lie. I became a fan of Candace Owens throughout probably the past year and a half, 2 years maybe. Yeah, something like that. And we're starting to see where the right is being split in half. Don't think about the left right now. Think about the right. The right is being split in half down the middle. Because you got to understand, like, Candace is on the right. She's a conservative, right? But the radical conservatives are the ones controlled, I believe, the ones controlled by outside forces. And then you have the moderate right who are just like, what is going on? It's like we have questions. They were supposed to be answered. You said they were going to answer them. None of like it's like right now the right is in shambles. At least we can say the left is like united. They all united over there, but the left the right is in disarray because it seems like what the right thought was about to be ushered in by the Trump administration, right, is not coming to fruition. We are just seeing more of the same. We're seeing cover-ups and like I don't know if you guys know, they're probably gonna make sure this doesn't even get that many views just because I'm about to say this, but I'll say it anyway. The Republicans voted like all the Republicans voted to not release the files. I don't know all the Republicans, but all the Republicans voted to not release the Epstein files like an hour after Kirk got hit, So why? You got to ask yourself why. It's like a whole bunch of Democrats voted to release it, but there's enough Republicans to make it not happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm not trying to pit left versus right with that, because honestly, that in itself could be planned out. Like, hey, all y'all say yes, we gonna all say no. We gonna have 2-3 more, so it's fine. It's still not gonna get put out. We all good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy. You know what I'm saying? So the left and right, they're all in the Epstein files. We know that, but it's like everything is just too coincidental. There's just not too coincidental, and you have the media just telling you lies. You have the media telling you lies. Media that we used to trust. We used to trust PBD, but over the past, I'll say, I think those folks have started to get to PBD. Maybe started giving some onions because we know he been getting way more money nowadays, but like he's been letting things slide, way more things slide that I don't think the old PBD, at least like kind of old PBD, wouldn't have like challenged, like said, what, huh? Wait, hey, look that up. Hey, Rob, look that up. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have easily asked them to look that up right there. He'll ask them to look up anything else at any time. But right then, that didn't stick up to you, PBD. You didn't think this guy telling you, hey, Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk weren't even friends. You didn't think that stuck out, fool? But whatever. I digress. I just want to give my community the oversight and point of view to kind of look at all of this stuff a second time. All right? Because there are things going on. And people are moving weird, and lies are being told, and footage is being kept. I'm not going to go into all that because I haven't done all the investigative work like some other folks have, like Ian Carroll and Candace Owens and some other folks. I've watched quite a few channels over the past 72 hours going into deep dives, and you guys should as well, because there are questions to be asked. All right. And YouTube is, sometimes they don't be behind super truth tellers like me. So it's really important that you guys hit that like button, hit that sub button, and that bell icon so we can get pushed into the algorithm, thrust